Hello everyone, my name is Kristen Cross. I am a Georgia Middle School PE Virtual Specialist and a Physical Education and Health teacher. Today I'm going to go through some soccer review stations that you can use at the end of your soccer units. In this presentation, I'll go through various stations for the skills of soccer, 3-on-3, soccer golf, pass versus dribble, soccer bocce, soccer tennis, soccer ski slalom station, dribble and shoot, treasure hunt, keep away, and an assessment station. This first activity is called 3-on-3. As you can see from the diagram, you would give the students some boundaries set up either inside or outside, and you would use cones for your goals, or you could also use pop-up goals if you want. Students are told to break into 2 teams within their group. Then they have to play a 3-on-3 against the other half of their team. You have the rule that you must make at least 2 passes to your teammates before you can shoot on goal. Again, depending on your space, you can make this a larger activity outside or keep it small like this with a 3-on-3 or 2-on-2 inside. Soccer golf is a fun passing station activity that you can set up outdoors. The setup would include using cones as the tee and hula hoops as the hole. And you would set up about 9 of them at varying distances throughout the field. Students would be given 2 to 3 soccer balls depending on the size of their group. Students are using the inside of their foot to pass the ball from the tee and try to make it to the hoop using the fewest passes possible. So you'd have one student going and they would start off with their pass, and then the second person and the third person, and then you would continue in that order as you get close to the hoop. Once they finish the hole, then they would dribble over to the second tee box and start on the second hole. This is a fun activity for my students. Again, I use it as a passing station, and I feel like the kids have a lot of fun with it. Pass versus dribble is the next review station. The groups make a circle with one player on the outside. On go, the team inside the circle will make as many accurate passes as possible, while one player dribbles 2 times around the group. The team wants to make 15 passes by the time the person dribbles around the group 2 times. If the group makes 15 passes first, then the dribbler does 10 jumping jacks. If the dribbler wins, then the group does 15 jumping jacks. Make sure that everyone gets a chance to be the dribbler. Soccer bocce is another passing review game that you can play with your students. Students will pick one person to go first, and they will toss a cone or a beanbag or whatever object that you want to use as the jack out into the field or onto the playing surface. Then each player is trying to pass their ball closest to the jack, starting with the person who tossed it. The player whose ball is closest scores a point. So it takes a little more precision and a little more control of the ball versus just hitting it as hard as they can. And they would repeat this with a different player tossing the jack. So again, just a quick little activity to do to review their passing skills, and it just allows them to have that game environment, so it makes it a little more fun. Soccer tennis is another quick setup game for soccer passing. You would set up the grids according to the diagram. And so each team would have their own grid space that they need to protect. and each team serves the ball by passing it into the other team's grid. So on their pass, they are able to score a point one of three ways. So if a team passes the ball through the opponent's grid on the ground without it being touched, then the serving team gets the point. If the receiving team is able to touch the ball but can't control it inside their grid, then the serving team would get that point. If a pass goes into the air or does not go into the opposite grid, then the receiving team gets a point. Soccer ski slalom is another review game for dribbling. And so you would set up various cones throughout your playing area. And on the word go, the person with the stopwatch starts the watch, and then the dribbler begins weaving through the cones. A third person is the official and watches to make sure that the racer does not miss any of the cones. The timer stops the clock when the racer finishes through all of the cones and returns back. And then they count the number of cones missed, if any, and would add 3 seconds to each one to calculate a final time. And then obviously you would rotate jobs and repeat. So giving the students an opportunity to dribble quickly, show their skills on their quick dribbles, and add a little competition to the activity. Dribble and shoot combines the two skills of dribbling and shooting on goal. Teachers would set up various cones at various distances from their shot lines. And so you would have the students start on the word go and then weave in and out of the cones that you have provided and then take a shot somewhere before the shot line. And then they would obviously go retrieve their ball and dribble it back to the start and either pass it to the next person or try again. You would need to set up 3 different shot lines to, again, challenge the students on their shooting skills. Treasure hunt is an activity that uses the dribbling skills. Teachers would take either noodle pieces or some other little objects that are easy to spread out into an open area, and students would be assigned a particular hoop in which to take their treasure back to while they are dribbling. And so students are dribbling around in that general area, and once they reach one of those pieces, then they would pick it up and then dribble over and drop it off in their treasure chest, and then go back and continue trying to find pieces until all of the treasure has been collected. And then if time allows, you can obviously go back and scatter the treasure back out into the activity area. Keep Away is a possession game that allows students to show their dribbling and passing skills. So teachers would set up various grids throughout the playing area. A group of 3 tries to keep the soccer ball away from the one defender using both dribbling and passing skills. If they are able to steal the ball, the defender that is, they return the ball to the group of 3 and continue play. And then the teacher will stop play every 1 to 2 minutes to change out the defenders. This station is an assessment station. Teachers can customize this station however they want, whether or not it is for dribbling or passing or shooting the soccer ball. I've included a little rubric that I like to use to assess my students. As you can see, this one is for dribbling using the different cues I have taught throughout the unit. And again, teachers can decide if they want to use this assessment station as another small group game or just, evaluating one student at a time. Thank you so much for watching this video. I do appreciate it. I hope you found this information helpful and applicable to your classroom. I have provided my contact information if you have any questions,